Hi there, it's Liliana here from The Path Life Coaching. On today, I wanted to talk to you for four things you can do to stay focused once you start your task, your project, your work session, your study session, whatever that might be. I know the struggle is real, especially for those of us who are working from home full time or most of the time. So, something you can do, the number one thing you can do is very basic and practical. Make sure you get a planner that works for you. For me, what works for me is getting an undated planner. When it comes to undated planners, it works for me because there are some weeks when I do not use every single day of the week. And there are some months that I don't use every single week. There have been one of those, like for example, in the month of December, I don't use the last 2 months most of the times. So I'm going to post on the link below two recommendations I have about undated planners you can use. More specifically, the reason why undated planners work is because for those of you who happen to sometimes forget you have a planner, let's say for whatever reason life gets busy and you have not been using your planner for 2 months, and suddenly you decide, okay, let me open my planner and let me continue using it. But then the whole 2 months, which have been like 20 pages, you have not used them. But if you have an undated planner, you can use those 2 months by dating them with the new next day that you decide to work on them. So definitely, if you have not tried undated planners, go ahead and try it. If you don't like planners, that's fine. Do what works for you. For some of my clients, what they like to do is have a to-do list every single day, and they work on that to-do list. If you are someone who prefers to have a to-do list, like one separate to-do list every day in where you check what things you have been able to accomplish, and you can even write down how long it took you to accomplish it as an accountability. But what I recommend is if you only use to-do lists, I recommend that you still have a wall calendar, a wall monthly calendar. You could have that or have a calendar, a Google calendar electronically, because you might still need to remember and be reminded of the upcoming important events and the deadlines coming up if you're a student or a project coming up at work. So that's what I do at times. Even just me using a regular planner where I write my stuff daily, weekly, and monthly, I still like to have a wall monthly planner because I put in there the most important deadlines and most important dates, and I even put the end of pay periods for my office job. So that's something very helpful. Number two, the second thing you can do to stay focused is to use a timer. You can use a timer by looking at, your phone app. Your phone might have apps with a timer. You can just use that. Or you can use an app called Focus Keeper, which has a Pomodoro, which is every 25 minutes. You get a timer and you take a break after 25 minutes. And there's a paid version where you can have different minutes, different amounts of minutes. What I like about a timer like Focus Keeper is that you can actually check to have the sound. So the chronometer helps me a lot because sometimes what if is out of sight is out of mind in certain things that I do in life, such as, for example, not everything, but when it comes to work, I need to see things, I need to see how the time is passing, I need to have a clock in front of me. for my appointments to make sure I start on time and end on time. So a timer helps a lot, especially if it does have a chronometer sound. And you can always choose the sound of the timer that you use. There are plenty of timers out there that you can use, and hopefully you like them. There's another one I recommend. It's called Forest. You can use Forest. I use it whenever I get bored of the Focus Keeper. I just use Forest to grow a plant, and the plant continues to grow every time you continue to use the app. But if you stop using the app, most likely your plant will not grow. It's a virtual plant. And so hopefully that helpful. You can try all or one of the options I suggested. The third thing you can do is get your favorite drink. I understand that sometimes we might want to save. We might not have the most favorite drink that we have. Like, for example, my favorite drink nowadays is kombucha drink, and I like the flavors of that drink. And so for you, it might just be another type of drink. And if it's too expensive, your favorite drink, you can always get a less expensive drink. For example, I sometimes get sparkling water, and sparkling water is not the same as kombucha, but still it gives me that cold effect, and it feels nice to me. So go ahead and comment in the space below which one is your favorite drink. I would love to hear about that. And the fourth thing you can do is an accountability person to hold you accountable for the things that you're working on. What I've been doing is I've been joining Focus Mate sessions. I will link it in the space below. Where I get an accountability person for every session, every work session, which is 50 minutes that I have, whenever I need to focus on things that are very hard for me. It could be writing notes, it could be one of those things, tracking my time, in the timesheet and stuff like that. So those are examples of things that are hard to do, and it does help to have this is a virtual accountability person who is there online with you, and you guys both work on something different. Alright, so there are your 4 things you can do to stay focused. If you like to follow me to get more of this type of content, to stay focused, to stay balanced, and to have a clear vision of your life, go ahead and follow me or share this video if you would like. And until next time, I will see you then.